And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel, and today we're taking a look at the newest Funkoverse set, Funkoverse Marvel, which includes 4 very popular characters: Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther, and the Black Widow. Now, Funkoverse, I've already talked about this game. In fact, in the link below, we'll have if you want to know how Funkoverse itself plays, I'll have a link to that. You can see how the game itself plays. I like it a lot. In this video, I'm just talking about the addition of these folks here. There's also another Funkoverse Marvel thing, Thanos. He's by himself. I'm going to talk about that one in a different video at some point because he introduces kind of a whole new gameplay mode. So we'll talk about that later on. So this is just these. I'm a big Marvel fan. This is not the only back and forth Marvel game there is at this point in time. But hey, I can now take Captain America and have him go up against Batman. Or more importantly, I can see Captain America and how to take down Voldemort and the Raptor and the Kool-Aid Man. Anyway, let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at each of the characters. First, we have Black Widow here. Now, the first thing that's interesting here is she has the Hurricane Throw, move 1 challenge form, push a target 1 square. They all have some sort of push ability. I find this to be an interesting thing. Another interesting thing here is, before we take a look at abilities, is the characters in this set all have a base. Not one that you snap on a color to the base underneath. This is an interesting thing. I actually like this better because they fall over less often. It also comes with different color bases, so you can play 4 players, which I pretty much never do. Anyway, back to Black Widow. Whenever she does a challenge, she can move 1. If she wins, you can shift an ability token on your opponent's cooldown track up by 1, and she can switch positions. She's very versatile and stuff. I don't know that I would pick her to play as much. Black Panther is also fairly versatile. In fact, his Wakanda Forever is essentially a leadership skill because he can move 1 or another ally, and then you can do this 2 more times. So you can basically move the whole team with him, which is a lot of fun. And he gets these energy tokens. You just give him energy tokens, which the game comes with here. And whenever he's challenged, and you can spend 2 of these to stand up or do an extra action. That's pretty powerful, and it makes it kind of scary to attack him because you don't want to, cause him to get those extra tokens. Captain America, as I can do this all day. Of course, that's super fun as a, this ability, more of a thematic thing. But the fact that he can just stand up and then do an action, an extra action. So he can do an action, then do an extra action, and he can even do this while knocked down. I just really like that. I also like he starts with 3 different icons, and it would be funny if they were red, white, and blue, but they don't have a white token. Anyway, he has a shield throw where he gets it's only 1 challenge, but it's 1 for each type of ability token on your cooldown track. So he actually encourages you to build with different colors, which isn't always the best way to do it, but hey, it might work. Iron Man is probably just the most powerful for sheer power, which I guess makes sense here. You can do 3 basic actions, but it does do a challenge 2 to him, but it might be worth it. And that's 1 action. So it's 3 actions plus your other action. And then a repulsor blast, range 3, pushing, range 5, do 4. And whenever it has an ability that uses the last one of its type, shift a token on your cooldown track down 1. He actually works pretty well with Captain America, despite them not getting along very well, because you want him to get rid of types that pushes his stuff cooldown, but also Captain America has the different colors. If you put them together, you have all 4 different tokens. So these are the heroes. The game also comes with something brand new here, and these are added here. They're objectives. And so if you play with objectives, and you each pick 1, there's only 2 right now, but hopefully there'll be more as time goes by. You pick the objective, you put the card in front of you, but your opponent then is simply going to pick where that is. So you need to get next to it. Now, I don't know which of these is better. We have Retrieve the Vibranium, when you get this, when you interact with it to secure it, while it's secured, you get an extra die in your first non-range challenge you do every turn. That's pretty awesome. But Hack the Terminal, when it's secure at the start of your turn, you can shift the token on your cooldown track down too. That's pretty awesome too. I think I would pick Hack the Terminal over the other one, but I wouldn't be sad. So I'm hoping to see more of these show up in future games. When it comes to the other boards, here we have, this is, I really like this. This is Shuri's Lab. Unfortunately, it always seems in these games, they make the cooler board nowadays the smaller one, because I almost never play on the smaller one. So I can play on the bigger one here, which is the Shield headquarters. Both of these come with your basic scenarios that you can play on them. We have all the different tokens that you have in these games, and you get the different extra characters, a shield agent and a shield operative, because they're so very different, an iron drone, things like that. The tokens in this one are red, so yeah, I mean the components itself are fine. The rulebook, each rulebook that comes out adds the extra stuff, so I wonder, like, at some point they're going to need some sort of master rulebook. Now, if you've never played Funkoverse before, this is actually a really good introductory set. It really is. All the characters are really easy to play. They're very basic. People know who they are, and they're definitely combat heavy. There's that push aspect. There's the different tokens. You see Captain America gets to throw a shield. This set actually doesn't come with any things you carry, and I thought it really would. I thought the shield would be there, although it doesn't make sense for anyone else to carry Captain America's shield. Although I won't be surprised if when Mjolnir shows up in a future set, because I assume they'll do more sets, that will be something that people can wear. If you're worthy, who knows? But I like these objectives a lot. The objectives really add to the fun of the game. And like I said, I wish there was more of them. You have 2 to pick from, but they're both fun, and that just adds something to it. So this is great for me. I'm definitely biased towards it. So read that into it. I'm biased towards Marvel stuff. I just like Marvel. But I think this set comes together in a good way. It's a great one to start with, but it's also easy enough to throw these in. They're not very esoteric. On the other hand, I don't know that many of these will show up on my favorites list. If at some point I'll rank all the Funkoverse stuff again, and I don't know if any of these would make my top 10. Maybe Captain America would, but thematic-wise, I'm pretty happy with them, and I like this set as a whole. So that's Marvel Funkoverse. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see you next time. Dice Tower Judgment approved.